Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kathleen Shattuck, and you are watching Elven-Star Reiki, Soul Level Healing and Guidance with your host, me, Kathleen Shattuck. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, Psychic Medium, and Shaman. And I am here today with you to do your new moon in Aries reading. Can you believe it, guys? We are already towards the end of March. Actually, I'm recording this on March 19th, and we've got the Spring Equinox and the beginning of Aries just tomorrow. So it's really exciting new energy. And this new moon is actually entering into Aries at 0 degrees. So we're looking at a fresh new start. And these are the seeds that we should really be planting. We had a Virgo full moon, and my apologies for not being here for that video. I've just been getting really busy in my healing practice. I'm seeing, just about 10 or more clients a week. So it's getting a little bit harder now to, find the time to come on and make videos. But I will do my best. I promise to always try to be here for you guys, to give you, kind of a game plan, some heads up on the energies, and some advice on how you can, kind of deal with all of these changes that are coming in. So my take on this energy, what I have noticed, like within myself, is just a lot of purging. I think that kind of all of that, anything heavy within us, anything dark, anything unresolved, anything perhaps unforgiven. Okay, these things, these themes, okay, we're playing. And this is exactly why I had made a post. I wrote a newsletter, and then that posted to my Facebook about temptation, okay, and normal, just things that we're always kind of, quote unquote tempted with, and then when those take a darker turn. And what I noticed within myself was, just kind of like going in my head a lot, kind of getting, maybe dark and deep with my emotions, and noticing that there were some, still some things within me that really needed to be healed, that I needed to take a look at. And so I feel like the Virgo moon really kind of highlighted for us and showed what we still kind of need to work on within ourselves. And maybe that last little bit of shadow, those little pieces we haven't really healed within us yet, were kind of like glaring in our face 2 weeks ago. Okay, it's like big red sign, like, you got to kind of deal with this. You can't let it, go any longer. So here we are, we've kind of, worked through that, and now we're approaching this Aries new moon. So that Virgo full moon was at 29 degrees. So that's like an ending of a chapter. Okay, it's the closing of a book and of an old story in your life. And now we are with this Aries full moon. I'm seeing the Fool card, okay, in the tarot. I'm seeing a whole new possibility unfolding before us. And I'd like to do a reading to see, where we are at as a collective. I've chosen several different cards here, different decks. Of course, I'm just going to go with the classic Rider-Waite Tarot first. Okay, so we'll draw from this deck. And then I'd also, since most of you watching me are actually star seeds, if you don't know what a star seed is, that is a soul that has incarnated into a human body that is not from Earth, okay? Many came here to be here right now where we're at this time, to assist humanity in raising their vibration and raising the elevation of humanity. And this is why the star seeds have come. So I thought I would choose the star seed oracle, okay? So we're going to grab from that, and then we're also going to take a look at the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds to see what messages are laying in there for us. So let me get these ready, and let's go ahead and shuffle some cards. You are joining me. It is Friday. It's my Friday. It's Sunday, March 19th, and I am enjoying my evening with a little buttery Chardonnay, and got off work and had some dinner, and now I'm joining you guys. So let's go ahead and shuffle these cards, and let's call in all of the angels and the guides, ascended masters, our guardians and our ancestors to join us for this reading. We want to know what is going on with the current collective energies. Let's begin. Okay. All right, 2 cards popping out right away. Okay. We have the 7 of Wands popping out. The 7 of Wands is a card of holding your position, and it's also a card of kind of defending yourself. So I think Spirit is asking you, who are you constantly having to defend yourself with? Who are you constantly having to fight for your rights with? Okay, these are exactly the people that you need to be like letting go and like closing that door, closing that chapter. If you have left a relationship or had a major change in your life circumstance, what this card is telling you is that you are meant to keep it that way. Okay, so any recent changes that you have had, I mean, unless it's like a twin flame situation, okay, you are meant to hold your ground and to keep the changes that you have been doing up until this time. Okay. And we've got the Justice card coming in. So I feel like this card is talking to us more on a wider scale. We're going to see wrongs be righted in the world. I think there's going to be a lot of truths that are going to be coming out, and people are going to be seeking justice for that, thing in your arm. I don't know if you guys have actually seen the movie called Died Suddenly. It's a documentary. I highly recommend you check it out. Died Suddenly. It's a very important film that kind of shows what happens when you fast track, something that goes into the human body, and the disastrous results that can ensue. So I think there's going to be something coming out with this, and also I think with probably on the political scale, perhaps something involved with Ukraine, Biden, Trump, all of those, kind of that slurry of political crap we're going to see, like, people being held accountable for what they have done. We're going to see some justice, okay, some true justice happening on a wider scale. Now, for a smaller scale, for our little collective, okay, these few hundred people that I read for, I would say that this card for you means doing right by yourself, especially with this card next to it and how I interpreted that. I feel like it's time for you to begin to do right by you. Do yourself justice, like literally do yourself justice. Stop being with people that you have to fight, for your rights with. You have to constantly defend yourself and guard yourself with. Those are not the people that should be in your life. And if doors have been, closed and ties have been severed, they need to stay that way. So essentially, if the past comes knocking, don't answer the door, okay? We're not in a Mercury retrograde, but we just had Saturn enter Pisces on March 7th, and that is going to bring some tests for all of us, I feel. That's going to make things a little murky. Pisces is a very dreamy, magical sign, and it can be a very confusing sign. I'm a Pisces. I have 5 planets in Pisces. So yeah, imagine growing up with that. So it's, sometimes you don't know, what to even, believe within yourself, okay, being a Pisces. It's very difficult. So I would say that, just use logic and discernment. Be extra cautious and discerning at this time, especially with any offers. Any people just trying to pull you back into their life. That's kind of a red flag warning. Okay, that's for one of you out there, one or two of you. Here we have a Knight of Wands. Okay, somebody trying to pull you back in. This is Mr. Player. Da, 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 da. He is coming in very quickly. And this, of course, is the Knight of Wands. This is the Knight of Passion. So if you don't mind, for those of you who are single, having a casual, just physical relationship, that is a possibility at this time for my singles out there. For my coupled subscribers, I would say that the Knight of Wands is actually asking you to draw upon your own passions. Find your own fire, reignite your flame, okay? Your personal passion, your creativity. If you do art or, are into music or make music, there's something there about, creativity. This is, the beginning of spring. So, all of those, it's like birthing new things into life, okay? This is the creative projects that my already coupled subscribers need to be working on, right? And I'm going to get one more card in closing from the Rider-Waite deck, and 3 just fell out of my hand. So, oh no, 4. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. Okay, this is warning someone here to really be careful with your communications and your words. It looks like there were some hurt words. There were some upset emotions, maybe ill words spoken between you and another person. I would say with this card in the mix, you need to hold your ground. Just stand by what you said. Speak your truth without apology. All right. And now let's go to the next card that came out. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So somebody's really putting in some hard work and dedication into themselves, into their new foundation, into their new life. And I feel like those of you that have done the work, we had, Saturn enter Pisces. So what that can bring, especially with this conjunction in Jupiter that we've been having with Pisces, it's been kind of like going back and forth, this conjunction of Jupiter. I feel like that's going to bring some big financial gains to some of you who have really been putting in your work, working on your self-healing, like following your spiritual journey and your guidance, and you've been really putting in the work. We're about to get rewarded, guys. So that's really good news. There's money coming, okay? There's financial support coming. And that's as long as we continue to walk away from what no longer serves our highest good, and that we're willing to lay down and let down, possibly forever, some things, people, places, habits that, we know are toxic for us and need to go. All right. And the very last card is the 6 of Pentacles. So this is a card calling for balance, okay? And I'm really seeing this sitting next to the Justice card. So, finding balance in our lives, doing ourselves justice, not being afraid to take, a personal day just, for some self-care. Self-care is so critical right now. Guys, we cannot be pouring from an empty cup. Okay, this is equal give and take here, and it is very vital going into these, much higher frequencies than we've been used to, that we continue to, stay balanced, stay grounded, stay, centered, because if we're not doing that, oh boy, it can be a really rocky road for us to travel. So, I want everyone to make sure that you are taking time to ground your energies, Okay, what do I mean by grounding? Grounding is where you connect your energy to the earth. You literally kind of tether yourself to the earth and you make yourself into a tree. You imagine that you have roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, going deep into the earth, and you can see them go all the way down to the center of the earth. And there you will find a light, a bluish white light, and you are to draw up that light up your roots and bring it up into your body. See that light going up into your body and then pouring out of the top of your head, washing your aura clean. I will put a link to the video in the description that I like to send to my clients after they see me. Doing this meditation is a really, really good way that you can kind of, keep your energies clear and balanced and kind of learn how to harness the energy of Gaia on your own. It's really, really cool, and I suggest that everybody try it. So, let's see, we're done with the Rider-Waite now. I would like to go on to the Starseed Oracle and see what messages they have for us. And let me take a sip of my delicious Chardonnay. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday for me. Oh, I love this deck. So beautiful. Okay. So we're going to just ask what guidance we need. What guidance do we need, please, angels and guides from the Starseed Oracle? Oh, and there's our card. Okay, we got Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay, and what did I say about starseeds and that your soul is not from Earth? You are here learning how to be human. And some of you, possibly having a very first human incarnation and experience. And, imagine how overwhelming that would be to come from a place of like pure love to, an existence like Earth. It would be extremely rough. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this card, Earth. It says, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than being on Earth. I can relate to that. Those who tend towards immanence have attached themselves more to the earth and to their own bodies. They spend more time thinking about things in this physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul, having a human experience, means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence. Being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on Earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you are being reminded that you chose to be in a soul in a body on Earth. And you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world. To learn how to be human. A soul in a human body, fully present to what life on Earth has to offer you. Okay, so this is remembering to take care of your body. This is what can happen when people are first awakening. Okay, it's like you get these downloads and these explosions of epiphanies and realizations and sudden, flashes of insight. It's all mesmerizing and it's all very out of body. Okay, and when you spend too much time up here, it really fucks up your body, guys. It can. If you are just constantly ungrounded, that's going to completely screw up your finances, your creativity, your passion, your stability. Like all of those lower chakra things are like not going to be functioning properly if you are just, focusing from the heart chakra up. And I tell you what, I have a lot of clients who are guilty of this. Okay, they're not spending enough time working on, their real life problems. They want to know about like their past lives. They want to know about, all of this stuff in the cosmos because they're literally escaping their problems and their issues in their own, real life. So I would put a bit of warning on there, for you to remember to ground as much as you want to roam around in the astral and, astrally travel and, do all of the things. Okay, you need to make sure that you're taking care of your body and you need to make sure like you're eating properly, you're getting enough rest, you're not putting toxins and poisons in your body, getting exercise, getting, like just all of the basic things. Those need to be covered and kind of, solidified first before you go jumping into, learning about star seeds. There's a great deal of healing involved with the spiritual journey. It's not just about learning about spirit. Okay, it's also about learning about what is broken within you, what is, needing to be healed within you and putting in the work and healing it. Okay, there has to be a balance there. And so I'm seeing that Six of Pentacles card with the scales and also the scales of justice. Okay, there has to be a balance there. All right. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to really convey to my collective audience at this time, is that you need to pay attention to your physical body, your physical body's needs, okay? We can sometimes neglect that when we're really getting into, the exploration of spiritual topics, of learning about, conspiracies and the occult and all of it. It can be, you go down some rabbit holes and next thing you know, you're like, you haven't, hardly eaten in days and you haven't gotten any sleep and you're really, messed up. So just make sure that you're taking care of your physical needs, right? And now we're going to get into a card from this Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Okay, this is a deck about different realms, okay, different realms and different parallel dimensions and different frequencies on the earth. So let's begin. And this is by Lucy Cavendish. And look at that cool sacred geometry there. That is, I believe, the Flower of Life. Okay, what can this deck tell my collective viewing audience, please? What do they need to know the most at this time, at this Aries new moon, this start of a whole new life? What can we tell them? Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to choose just one from here. All right. The path of the gods, decisions, meetings, and future plans. The path of the gods. Okay, so let's go ahead and read that. The path of the gods. So we have a little booklet here. Interesting. Okay, apologies. This is my first time reading this, I think. Okay, here we are. Okay, so this is the path of the gods. So decisions, meetings, and future plans. It says you are now being given a glimpse of the place where the gods dwell and meet and play and enjoy. Within this painting, you will see two ethereal beings, fairies of light, meeting in dance in a field that lies before a great palace. They have followed a long path to arrive here, and now they know the moment has come to receive their mission in the world. So too it is with you, my friend. Within this valley are held the meetings and parliaments, where the decisions and ideas are discussed and debated, until conclusions are reached and new wonder enters the world of the humans, or remains beyond the veil, hidden in this sacred place. Now you are in the process of deciding whether you will move ahead with a new venture or project, one which will see you enter into a closer relationship with another person. This connection will be easeful and good and blessed by the gods who watch over such things. A little divine intervention has come your way, and the creative process will be driven by moments of sheer inspiration, where ideas born in the other worlds will come to you for their transition into this reality. Ground all that you do. That's funny, they're saying that. Ground all that you do. Earth the sublime energies moving through you. Make friends along the way and welcome an ally to your quest. Discuss and learn. Share ideas and wonder how to translate the imagined into the possible. Make this a dance, and those who have sent you this mission will rejoice. As always, you are free to choose whether this path will be yours. But when the time comes and the possibility approaches, this energy from the hidden worlds will be there to support you as you work to bring forth this beautiful energy into the world of the humans. So, you know how my business is called Elven-star-reiki? Okay, what does that mean? Why did I name my business Elven-star-reiki? Okay, the Elven Star, the 7-pointed star, was a gift to the humans from the fairies, a portal key, if you will, or like an activation for a portal to open to go here. Okay, what they're talking about here is fairyland. It's elfland. It's gnome land. It's it has so many different names throughout, culture and history, but it is this dimension. We're really not in the third dimension anymore, but just for educational purposes, let's say we are in the third dimension now. The fairy realm would be like 3.5 or 3.75. There are different layers to the dimensions. There's 3.25D, there's 3.5D, 3.75, and so on. And it goes up, little pockets and sublayers. And so the fairy realm is very near and dear to my heart. I have been told that I am an elven changeling. Okay, my soul was switched, I believe, somewhere around the age of 3. Okay, I did have an accident at the age of 3 where I had a really severe fall. Okay, and I remember it like knocking the wind out of me and almost kind of killing me. I think it was that moment that I had this kind of soul swap happen, and nightly visitations happen kind of ever since that point. They were managing and making sure like my soul was adjusting into my human body. So back to Elven Star, the fairies, okay? The fairies, I know it sounds crazy, but this is something I very strongly believe in and know to be physically real and true. They are real. They are so real, and they can pop in and out of our dimension whenever they want. You will never be able to like capture one. These beings are made out of a different substance than we are. They're made out of plasma. And they are much higher, more evolved beings than us. Some of them have been human before. Some of them have never been human. But how mostly it goes is that along our evolutionary path to becoming a human being, we normally go from we start out as a rock, and then we start out, then we come back as maybe a bug or a bird, and then a cat, and then, it goes from there. And then after having those experiences with our new soul, we begin to, go into incarnating into the elemental realms. And so there is an aspect of me from incarnating and going through the process of evolution on Earth. There is an aspect of me in this dimension. And for you out there, there is an aspect of you that is in this dimension. If you are watching this channel and you resonate with my energy, you are definitely probably have been a fairy soul in a past life. And so this is the fairy realm, like really wanting to connect with you and help you to understand how close you are to these beings. And they're here to help us. They're here to assist us, and they're our family, and they very much want to get to know us. Again, they're ready. They're some of the first that are going to be greeting us as we rise in dimension. So we're going from 3D to 5D. And so what this means is that we are, we're going to be finding ourselves confronted with beings and things on the earth that are very different and very beautiful and changing and mysterious. And it is these beings that are going to be coming to help us adjust and kind of make sense of it all. We are going to be having some kind of rapid shift where we suddenly find ourselves in this beautiful place, and it is these beings that will be here along with angelic beings and also benevolent interdimensional and galactic beings. They all work together. Those of you who know about the Galactic Federation, I can tell you that the elves are a part of the Galactic Federation, and that there are actually extraterrestrial fairies. Fairies aren't just unique to Earth. They're all over the universe. And it's just really fascinating to learn about. But guys, if you're watching this channel, you definitely have a connection to the fairies, to the other world, as they like to call it. And this card is really kind of, asking you to remember that and to connect with the fairy energy. It is spring now. So, we're almost at the equinox. It's tomorrow. So I would suggest that everyone kind of think about what you can do maybe to more connect with the fairy realm. A great suggestion is always, kind of building a fairy garden or a fairy house, leaving out, offerings of fruit and, cakes that are, safe for the animals. Don't ever leave anything out like chocolate. Homemade things are preferred. But any attention you give them will be appreciated. They also like shiny things. They like coins and little glittery, sparkly things. Fairies are very childlike beings. So connecting with their energy will actually bring you good luck. And it will bring you, kind of like fairy godmothers that will come along and kind of grant you wishes. So that old saying is true about the fairy godmother. I don't know where that came from, but it is real. And I do have fairy guides that I mean, they basically tell me that my wish is their command. And so I make wishes all the time. And it's really awesome. So I hope that you guys will, explore that and connect to your fairy guides. And I will have a publication about, connecting with them hopefully very soon. I've got it about halfway written now. It gives a little, details on the different, races, from the gnomes to brownies to elves, pixies, and all the rest. I'm still working on it, but that'll be available in a PDF to purchase soon. Until then, I want you guys to really stay grounded. And it sounds to me like we really need to kind of lay off kind of some of the more psychic work. Yes, clearing, your energy is good, but I think really right now we need to stay grounded and connected to our bodies and, focus on our, more real world issues at hand and get our heads out of the clouds just for a minute, just to, kind of come down and recenter and rebalance. So that is my take on this new moon energy. Remember that the new moon is all about planting seeds of intention. So I would like all of you to make a goal for the next, 6 months, let's say, of what you would like to see happen, and make up a sigil of that goal, a sigil, a symbol of some kind that represents that goal that you want. And I want you to take that symbol and do something with it. Okay, you can carve it on a candle and light the candle, and then as the candle burns, kind of visualize your goal coming, to fruition. Another thing that you could do would be to take the sigil that represents your goal and draw it on an eggshell, and then fill that eggshell with some soil and plant some seeds in it, okay, for like an Easter theme, Ostara theme. And then as those seeds, sprout and grow, so too will manifest your goal. So yeah, give some magic a try and let me know how you go. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you again. Hopefully I can be back on a little bit more regular basis. Sometimes we just need to have that self-care and rest, and I'm no different than all of you. So take care and be well, and I will be back as soon as I can with another video. Until next time, guys, take care.